Ba-da-da-ba-da-da. And what's that bit rate? Wow, solo already once again. Salutations, class, and welcome back. It is yet again Monday, which, as is usual, is probably one of my favorite days of the week as I get to look forward to Noita. Welcome, James. So glad to see you. We do have an announcement today, and that is I've begun setting up the Xander Discord server, which I will be posting a link in here promptly right before we begin. But I will be giving everyone a chance to get in here and get comfortable. Work in progress still on the Discord server, so I will like some advice from anyone who has some suggestions on channel topics and so on and so forth. I'll be working on that more tonight after the stream itself. The link will be posted both before we begin and towards the end of the stream. And let's see, what else do we have on the itinerary for now? Post that there, and grab one of those little links. And there we go. For those of you using Discord, that will be our streaming Discord specifically for a while. It's still going to need a bit more work, but I think we are ready to begin with the actual game here now. Last time we left off, I believe we just got ourselves back onto the big central mountain. Come on, give me some sound. There we go. Everything is shipshape and ready to begin. We have a load of perks added on because we managed to get ourselves into perk lottery. So we're currently in a situation of being exceptionally powerful. I have had a bit of time to play this more on my own, and there's a couple ideas I'd like to be able to get to soon. Give a quick review over our variety of spells. We have a very powerful and very scary machine gun. Very high stats on that wand all around, which actually, I think we might go ahead and swap on our Wand of Swiftness, which will have much higher mana recharge speed. That will be our default offensive weapon. Our secondary wand here has a teleport and healing function, which, until we find a Circle of Vigor, might have to suffice for us. We do not yet have... Oh. I just turned it on. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong button. That was the Guilty Gear button. Press the wrong button. This is not a Guilty Gear stream. Which, speaking of, is actually on the list of suggestions. Or list of events for this week. That is the other subject matter that we should discuss. This week, of course, as always, we have Noita here on Mondays. I'm thinking sometime during the middle of the week, probably Wednesday, I'll go ahead and do a Dead Cell stream. And we have a very special announcement for Friday, in which it will be the first chance that I show up for a Guilty Gear VTuber collab. That is going to be fun, and I hope you'll be rooting for me. Try to see if I can get top 4, but I know that a lot of people dedicating themselves to VTubing and fighting games are also likely to give me a run for my money. That's a wand there, that's bizarre. Welcome, Error, by the way. Alright, I think we are formally settled in and ready to begin. First things first, we will be swapping out our main offensive wand onto the Wand of Swiftness there. And in retrospect, I think it might be a lot scarier if we could go ahead and get ourselves the slime immunity, which I believe was one of the perks we had available below. So we'll engage in a little bit more spelunking. Then once we head back up to the surface, we might go ahead and do a bit more exploration. Allegedly, there are 11 orbs of knowledge we should be looking for. We currently have 5, just under half. That's a very good one with the freeze too. We will also be on the lookout for wands with much more powerful spell components, which I have come to the conclusion that while in the previous stream that we had going very well for us, we did explore parallel worlds, but we did not explore enough of the world we started in, given that we currently don't have a very strong digging wand or very strong mobility to go with it. I think we might go ahead and try to see if we can explore other parts of the map that we're starting on. See if there's other wands or secrets or important things that we previously missed. Alright, we got the fungal shift, and so we'll have to deal with the hissy base being full of lava. But we are immune to fire. We are not immune to the lava itself. Lava functions very differently from, say, molten metal here, which only deals fire damage to you. Sitting down in here and... it's not even registering the damage at all. Might have to stand in some of that on its lonesome. That actually gives me another reminder. Now that we're sufficiently powerful, there it is. Here we are sitting in the molten metal itself and taking no damage whatsoever. There is a room that spawns on either side of the hissy base that I'll try to see if we can lead ourselves to. And again, in the midst of all that fire and metal, we're not taking any damage. So we have to head to one of the walls on the side here. Everything is melted. Wow. We barely even had to fight through here. We might have to do some more appropriate tunneling to make this much easier to traverse. Blood cloud. That's an interesting idea. So, with our damage plus setup that we have on here, that actually applies to cloud spells, which normally do not deal any damage whatsoever. So, if we use the blood cloud there, or the slime mist here, they normally don't do any damage, but with those damage plus modifiers, they actually constantly hit opponents for damage. The important part about that is it's very hard for them to resist that source of damage, as well as it's something that can't be retaliated to us directly. The clouds themselves, if we manage to get an accelerative homing modifier, I feel like we've seen one, maybe we haven't used it yet, but an accelerative homing modifier will actually let those clouds chase them down, even through walls. That's going to be the next thing we're going to try to invent. Magic bolt with a timer is a nice idea. Maybe having a timer spell instead of spark bolt with double trigger does have us an opportunity to shoot someone without necessarily hitting them themselves. The timer spells will cast their next payload after a certain amount of time rather than when they hit something. That's what the effects for the triggers is saved for. There's also a third modifier that you can actually get, not on any spell included, but something you can apply to any other spell. And that is a death trigger, which I believe functions as a combination of both the timer and trigger. Ooh. Venomous Curse is actually very important for us. We're going to need to come back for that wand. It's actually a very good thing that we're taking a moment to explore the environment here a bit more, as there's a number of powerful things we could have missed. That Venomous Curse being one of them. As a demonstration, you'll see he took damage from the mist there as well. Normally he wouldn't. See which way we can navigate from here. I think what we should do next is apply all of our main weapons onto that Wand of Swiftness instead. So let's look for that exit. I believe we already passed one earlier, covered in molten metal and flames. There we go. Get ourselves past the lava, we can survive a little bit of damage in there. And the Wand of Swiftness that we have here only has a slightly smaller amount of mana maximum, which will be greatly offset by the fact that its mana regen is more than double. quick explanation on our effects here. The first spell effect that we have is an energy shield, which, while I have it out, will have an extra layer of protection from the front. Most often the best idea on a combat-oriented wand. We're not going to need this anymore, so toss it. We have a reduction in recharge time, which might even be redundant for us on the Wand of Swiftness. Let's check. That's probably firing every frame. And so is that. We don't even need either of those on there, it looks like. Go ahead and give one of each to each of those there, and check our mana consumption, which is still incredibly swift, just because of how fast we fire. See what we can do without the meter there. A little bit better. But we'll only need to let off a few shots in order to actually hurt something. What is the green thing over there? Which green thing? Was it something that we were looking at up here? Worm Attractor. Not a very helpful perk, I would wager. We'll go up and get that one wand that has the weakening curse effect, because that is actually one of the few sources of irresistible damage in the game. Oh, right. There was a tentacle monster we summoned through an event earlier. Hopefully now, we don't have to deal with it. There! Problem solved. Now it should be over here that we find the wand we were looking for. And there it is. The green diamond, it's a spell refill. Yeah, that refills my limited use spells, which is going to be the healing bolts that we have here. But as explained from the previous stream, we actually are currently exploiting our way into being able to use those indefinitely. Through copying, essentially. One interesting effect is through I believe it's through the copy spells, multicast, and wand refresh. If we had a wand that cast more than one spell at a time, we'd actually be able to cast copies of all these spells, and then these spells themselves. I will have a better chance to demonstrate if we find, say, a black hole wand with a timer. With the proper wand building, you will be able to essentially double the output of any of those spells by copying all of them and then immediately casting them again. What's very interesting is the wand refresh skips the event of consuming the ammo or the spell uses for each of these spells. So if you multicast all of them, but then have a wand refresh happen before, it will still line up all those spells in the queue, but won't subtract from their number of total uses. Toss that away because crosses are very dangerous. And take one last little look here. That is not the one that had an extra perk. Well, there's the answer. There's the spell refresh. It's dark over here, and it seems there's another wand. That should probably be higher on our list of priorities, seeing if we could find a luminous drill. Yeah, made quick work of him. Decent set of spells, but none of them that we'll need. I suppose their vampirism is obsolete at this point, but in a pinch it might still have some use. Let's go ahead and pour it out here, make sure we have the blood potion. Perhaps once we get a touch of blood, it might see some resurgence of a use for us. What we'd like to look for now would be either black holes or luminous drills. That is an auto-aim, which is very useful for us. Triplicate bolts are actually incredibly exploitable for us later, so I'll pick that up just so we can use one of those soon. I've got a theory I'd like to test on this stream that I don't know if we had a chance to do so before. You'll also see a lot of slowdown as those slime mists will consume a lot of processing power to fire. But you see how quickly it eliminates all the enemies we run into. Especially with the double modifiers, it essentially does... I believe it should calculate out to 40 damage per tick, because we have 2 damage pluses here totaling for 20, and then a mu that would copy every other spell effect, including or every projectile modifier. On top of that, the weakening curse will also deal a small amount of irresistible damage every single tick. And again, duplicated because of the mu. You'll also see that after the bullets begin harassing someone, they can still move on to the next target and eliminate them as well. You'll still see a few glowing bullets in the middle there, and that's the actual bullets that haven't yet expired. What's giving them that effect? There is a piercing modifier, which we had demonstrated on our last really powerful stream. If you combine that with the trigger, rapidly growing vines make you uncomfortable. Well, we'll definitely get rid of them pretty soon. Well, especially with all these stray fireballs we're now making friends with. Looks like they still give a small amount of explosive damage. We'll have to watch that. Or it's already stopped. Blow that up. Don't know what a sea mine is doing down here. Yep, corrosive slime. Welcome to Noita. Even attacking through that guy's shield. I never liked the growing vines either. They always obscure the paths I'm trying to travel. Obstruct, not obscure. Although if I couldn't see through them, it would be the same thing. Now, we'd like to come back here and pick up the extra wand capacity after we've acquired a few other high-tier wands. So, not now, but later. Our Wand of Swiftness here could actually use a couple of extra spell slots if we trigger that there. The rocks are an interesting idea too. Rocks count as accidental kills or physics kills. With the proper setup, you can actually make a homing rock, which, you know, we have gold to spare. Let's have ourselves some fun. Let's see, we can get rid of a number of these other spell effects. With Telekinetic Kick, we could actually go ahead and pick these up and use them again. We'll need to make sure we have the Matter Eater to disintegrate them afterwards. Otherwise, we end up filling the entire map with rocks. What am I missing? Ah, right, we will want another Greek letter to make sure we have an indefinite number of those rocks. So, while we won't have a chance to experiment with that just yet, in the future, I think we will have a chance to go ahead and let's apply a light. There. The Greek letter spells will require a trip to Hell or a trip to the sky, which, if I remember, we fungal shifted all the lava into vomit, and I think we discussed that last stream. Which means it's actually a very safe trip if we wanted to go down into the work below. Including finding the other orb that's down there. Seems there's still an electric enemy alive around here. For the most part, with our double barriers and a decent ability to heal, we should be able to recover from any dangerous fights that we could end up in. We're not necessarily invincible or extremely unstoppable like a couple of our previous playthroughs, but we'll be able to survive any adversity for a while. Now I think it was here that we had our slime blood. Guess not. But more importantly, warp cast, which we still cannot yet use. That should be our first priority, getting ourselves a digging implement. I could have sworn the slime blood was earlier. Maybe we already passed it, by accident. What's in here? A mimic, that's what's in there. Always be sure to check your chests before you open them up. And don't just randomly teleport into polymorphine either. That was a lucky fungal shift, getting lava to not be something capable of hurting us. In fact, something probably worse than lava would be acid. We'd be left with a lot of holes left in the landscape here. Would make it very difficult to hide from some of our enemies. Now the creeps there have a lot of health, but you can still see he's taking a lot of damage. And even then can't withstand our damage field that we have. Well, speak of acid, where did all that come from? Guess we eliminated an enemy that was up there with our spells. Yep, damages them slowly over time. The glowing effects you see in the middle there are actually the particle effects of the damage modifier. We're almost full on our inventory of spells. Sadly, I don't think we have a use for any of the spell effects here either. So, why not go on a little cruise? You guys want to go downstairs? Very, very deep downstairs? In retrospect, no. Not a good idea. We'll need digging spells first. That is currently our first priority. That and making sure we have our hands on that slime blood, which was around here somewhere. So today, once we have a bit of our equipment established and ready to go, we will be getting ourselves into the other areas of the world that I don't think I've gone through yet. Supposedly, we did see that there was the frozen vault underneath the bridge to the left of the map, and the tower itself is under the pyramid. So, what other unexplored areas of the map have we not gone into? With the proper digging implementation, we should be able to get anywhere we need. And between the two barriers, we're at least safer to immediate danger than we were before. Paired with saving grace and 600 health in the top right. I want that warp cast, but we will come back for it later. I'm surprised we haven't even found a single black hole earlier in this drill so far. Those would have been really nice to have a long time ago. This has been what we've had to do for digging the entire time otherwise. Tried to play this game, it didn't go well. It takes a long time to be good at Noita. This game is an absolute mess. How was your first experience? Mine, I actually found a black hole wand pretty early into the game. Didn't anticipate it would be that necessary in all my future runs afterwards. Yep, everything is in slow-mo. I'm actually starting to grow tired of this game myself. Not on stream, but outside of streams. Suffering. Yep, that's Noita for you. As with most any roguelike, you're going to have an absolutely horrible experience up until you get the one very, very, very good run. We might just have to start digging and look to find wands in other places. I know Luminous Drill is very common in the first 3 floors, but maybe we could find them on some other regions of the map. We could also take a trip into heaven, but up there, we're not going to find any regular black holes or regular luminous drills. In fact, I don't think wands even spawn up there. That's just the location you go to find specifically the most powerful spells, not any of the wands that you could use to find less powerful utility effects on. So only the most dangerous to be found in the work. It's gotta be here somewhere. I guess I'll have to review some of the VODs then. Well, that is dangerous, and that could have absolutely ended our run if we were in the wrong spot. Guess we might go for a cruise around the snowy depths a little bit, since it seems we haven't explored all of the map around here. I think this is where we might be most likely to find some luminous drills, or black holes. What the heck was that? That looked like a ghost. And it had a wand. Doesn't look like a very useful wand, but a wand nonetheless. No. Wonder if he's a stray from the magical temple that you find over to the left. The stray lava is also an effect from our previous fungal shifting. Easy. Too easy. Now, over here, as you remember, we made our digging hole down through all that nonsense in order to make sure we didn't die. We did find a constant cast, or always cast, Matter Eater wand, and that's what's carried all our digging so far, but we need some better bullets for this thing. Ah! Maybe even the triplicate bolt would be a better idea. What's in here? Short-range homing is a very important effect, and I think we might go ahead and install that on one of our wands here. That was our safety tunnel. That's not our way back up into the Holy Mountain. This is. Alright. Instead of full-blown homing, I think a short-range homing would be more useful here. 1, it costs less, a lot less, and 2, helps you with your aiming a bit. It won't let you shoot a bullet while standing next to a wall, and then the bullet itself tries to end up attacking someone in the wall behind you. Don't think we'll need explosive bounce. Quadruple spell is useful. We probably don't need Sea of Acid anymore either. Spitterbolt, no. Torch, there is a niche use for torch. And I actually can show you that right now. Get rid of this wand first. Let's test that digging triplicate bolt. Not bad, actually. And with the fact that it fires 3 bullets at once, it does have a chance to dig a lot faster. Might be better if we multicasted it along with some other bullets. Doesn't regenerate very fast, that wand, but if we applied the multicast now, let's see, what bullets do we have around here that would work with it? Fireballs are nice, but they do not last forever. Zeta is useless. We will not use that. Not enough spell choices up here. Now, that torch has a very weird, subtly different effect in that it can permanently light up dark areas. Areas that are darkened when you come across them the first time. We've had a couple of those biomes, and there is one of those off to the left here. Personal gravity field. That's on a Mew effect there. That's actually a very scary idea. But we don't have enough wands to spare just yet, so we will skip it for now. Further down should be what I'm looking for here. Yeah, that Matter Eater and the triplicate bolted. Ah! Plus mana. The last one that we'll need. So, once we make sure to not get polymorphed in here for one. The magical temple here is always dark, and the areas that you go through, it will light up immediately around you, but it won't remember that. If you use a torch, however, it does remember the areas that you've been. You'll see this passage has been a little dark, but now we can somewhat see in there. Go ahead and do another demonstration. We'll go ahead and clear the area down here out a little bit. You'll see that area is lit up for the moment while we have a projectile lighting it. And it's dark again. What happened to the Discord server? Should still be here. Yes, you did see a flying wand. Hold on. I'll post another link here real quick. That link should be functional. Ah, was it only a short-term expiring link? I have not done this in a while. It's not even showing me the link on Discord itself, given that it's currently in streamer mode. Alright, yeah. Let's see if we can create an invite link. And there we go, there's another one just in case. I'll delete that first one. And it should be back up. So, give it a look. Now, you'll see the slime mist there is lighting up the area. Let it go out in a moment, and it will resume being dark. I'm going to head down here a little bit, without any of the torch wands, and you'll see it's still dark here. And even after I come back up here, it remains pretty dark. The torch, however, will help us guide our way through here. Always cast firecrackers, interesting. This is a biome that we have not yet traveled to much, also known as the Magical Temple. This place has a lot of dangerous mage enemies, as well as the disembodied flying wands as some of the enemies we can encounter. We will need to be very careful in here, but we do have a way to make sure we can see a little bit in front of us. Might be too dangerous to hang out here until we have an all-seeing eye effect. Get through here, we will need that plus mana. Extract that. Bouncing balls with Matter Eater would actually be very scary. Oh, right, the Thunderstones. Hold on. We'll need to get that out of here. That was probably a bad idea. It probably landed in some molten metal down there, which will now begin conducting electricity every which way. So, we need to look for electricity immunity, and soon. We don't already have it. We do not. Toss this. And be very... You know what? Doesn't seem to actually be disintegrating them. We might just need a full-blown black hole or something else. Those items might not actually have physics collision properties, in which case they probably can't be eliminated the same way. Those emerald tablets that you can throw around and hurt people with can actually be destroyed by mana-destroying projectiles. That is a lot of lava. What's in there? A pouch. One with purifying powder. Interesting. Purifying powder is one of the rarest substances in the game. And what it does is it turns any liquid that isn't water into water. That we can pour into a pool of polymorphine and be just fine. I don't think it also has an effect on lava as well, right? Right, no effect on lava. Maybe not when it's transformed. Now, we will have to do some more searching. I think we can go ahead and head back upstairs now, for now. Let's see what's in this wand first. And still no black holes. Disappointing. We might make good with a trip to the sky real quick. That'll at least let it... Oh, wait, hold on here. Explosion on slimy enemies. That could make things very dangerous for our enemies. Let's give that one a try. Shielding Ghost, very good, even if your if your particles bounce off of my own barrier. Now, how long does this last? Quite a bit. It actually has a slower fire rate now, it looks like, with the addition of that mana modifier. It was putting them afterwards that made it to where they didn't consume. Yeah, there we go. Well, that should be scary and ready to go. group these together for more readability. And there's our very dangerous lethal late game wand. Now we'll have to see if it does more damage to our enemies or our computer. Quick trip to the fungal cavern might let us see if there's any... Ah, right! Would you look at that? We had a couple of extra spells in here that we could have used. That Circle of Transmogrification will actually be useful later, but I don't think we have the spell slots to spare it, or really a need to use it right now. Ambrosia, that is going to be important. In fact, even more important to us than a blood potion. The ghost here is actually an ally summoned by Marky over on the Twitch chat. If you have a Twitch account, you can go to the Twitch channel and vote on gameplay modifiers during the game's course. He's hopped in to help us quite a bit out. James Marky, same person. Guess we have already been through most of here. It's nothing but fungus at this point. Although there's a couple of extra wands that we might be able to get some use from. What's in there? An acceleration potion. Pass. We're after the point that we need to worry about vertical transportation. The ghost is trying to give me a shield, but yeah, it's bouncing off of my other shields. So, no difference made, really, I guess. See if we can dig through here. While as lovely as the help is, Ilya, I don't think we need an extra shield just yet. We're already pretty lucky and overpowered this run. Wow, not a single black hole at all. Not there. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Alright, this means we just have to cruise into other parts of the map. Oh, hey, look, the meditation box. Just stand here silently for a little bit, and we should see... Assuming I didn't invalidate it by standing on top, yeah, there we go. You see a few particles appearing up over it right here. Ghost will not rest until I have a ludicrous amount of shields. Enough to survive another apocalypse from Komisina himself. And useless. But we can edit wands here, which we have no need to for the moment. Oh, what the? Okay, that was odd. Felt like it teleported us twice. Bullets slow down heavily. We can deal with that one. In fact, it might even help us in the case of some of our digging projectiles, as it gives the Matter Eater aura more of a chance to destroy the terrain before the bullet itself intersects. That's funny. The way they fall, both being affected by gravity and having the ping-pong path trying to bounce them backwards. Ping-pong path will be incredibly important once we manage to get our hands on a luminous drill, which Wow, not a single one so far. So, we've been to plenty of places on the left. We've dug our way through the lake and got into the frozen vault over there. What I'd like to see is what's over to the right side of the map. If I remember, there's a sand cave underneath the pyramid. But is there anything underneath here? Actually, you know what? Let's head down to the sand cave underneath the pyramid, clear that out a little bit, and I would wager the best way to make sure we can find if there's any biomes that we missed is by going slightly underground and then heading left or right until we find something. What the heck is that? Weird set of blue particles over there. Yeah, everything looks mostly safe here. Can't remember if we actually cleared out all the enemies before or if we just blasted through the tower. Seems everyone that's getting hit with a projectile just explodes. They also slow down because of the slime effect, so even less scary to deal with. Yeah, we don't have to worry about them at all. Huh, I feel like this one might be even more powerful than the previous wand we were using. It's certainly more powerful versus my CPU, although we haven't had any egregious explosions like last time we were up in the Skywork. Those lance sentries are immune to explosive damage and required several explosions from our last one in order to actually die. Wonder if it would be healthier for me to run the VTubing software at a much slower frame rate. Discord tuning in. Thank you. We'll play up the more teaching parts soon enough. This is the point where I start focusing more on the VTubing part rather than... I'll admit, I spend a lot of my time just off the stream just playing Noita or other video games and such like that, but now I'm a lot more interested in taking the streaming part seriously, given that I've had modest success from just a few people showing up here, and a surprising frequency of, at least when I'm noticed, and when someone clicks on the stream, they tend to stay. So, I will be taking this with a bit more effort in the future. Might mean more streams if I can fit them in. Or at least a higher production value at the very minimum. Ooh, here's a good one. Not a problem at all. So, let's start heading left or right and see where we end up. There's some extremely dense rock, which we will be able to dig through. Oh, right, that's not an enemy. And that is way too slow. There we go. Further out. What are your thoughts on deck builder roguelikes? I'd actually love to play them, but I haven't yet to play them myself. Slay the Spire is definitely on our list of options, and on that Discord server you are very welcome to suggest it. Or any other deck-building roguelikes that you'd like more. Over this past weekend I've actually been playing a Toho roguelike to much enjoyment. Well, what would you have it? There's something over here. I would like to focus a lot on roguelikes on this channel, as well as fighting games of course, but roguelikes are a favorite of mine. Lots of emergent gameplay given how they're mostly just generated off of a simple set of rules, and things go from there. So I'm seeing a lot of fire mages, but not much going on down here. Interesting, weird crystal. I think those are the ones that heal enemies. Wow. Guess we'll have to let that crystal slide. It's not dying quickly enough. I think I saw some sparkles over here. Ah, looks like combat. I'd hope it would be a wand. We didn't even get a sign telling us where we were, so I don't know if this is an official biome over here. Very bizarre. Yeah, copy the explosion, will ya? Is there anything written on there? No, just more symbols. Enemies right now are free gold. Indeed. Did we pick up greed? We do not have greed. Quite a bit of a fall here. We'll know we've hit the bottom when we get to extremely dense rock again, and at that point, we can start looking around the bottom surface here. We'll need to be very careful. Looks like it's mostly elemental mages down here. A few of the other ones, but no answer. It's just a completely empty biome without any wands to be found, it looks like. Crystals aren't going to be much of a problem if they don't have anyone to heal. Yeah, helpful little healer homunculus, thank you. This cave certainly goes deep. With some of the most bizarre terrain patterns we've seen so far. So I'm very interested if there's a payoff here, or if it's just a bunch of enemies to fight. Another source of gold, really. Those guys are very dangerous. Oh! Looks like another magical temple down here. That's interesting. And now our wand is a completely black color. That's odd. Toxic mist, it looks like. Remove ground. Uh-oh. Wow, that might actually help us get further in a lot quicker. Ah, right, we have enough recoil on this wand as well that we can use it as a jetpack. This, actually, since there's a... Ooh, piercing shot is very important. Since there's the wand enemies down here, it might actually be a very good place for us to go wand hunting. Let's make sure no one picks this up. Well, that's absolutely terrifying. Nuke orbit? Are you kidding me? Although I'd rather have that piercing... I think... Ah, wait. It doesn't even have enough mana to cast it, so we don't need to worry about that wand. That would explain why there's a crystal in the ground right there, and I hadn't blown up yet. Alright, no worries. Very dark and very slow paced in here. Wish we had a bit more visibility. Although we can set up some of that with our glowing clouds of mist. Ah, I should have put the light before the spark bolt with double trigger. Then it would have applied to the trigger itself, as well as after it. Yeah, you don't say. Feels very gloomy in here. Now, mages are among some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. They all have homing bullets that apply very dangerous status effects to you. The ones we'll have to watch out for most are Polymorph, but Blind and Fizzle are the ones that are also very dangerous. Swappers this time, maybe not. Just because I don't think our weapon can hurt ourselves. So, you see how many bullets he let off. That was because every time those guys take damage, they fire back at whoever attacked them. And that huge stream of bullets at the end was... well, excuse me. That huge stream of bullets at the end was because he was taking that much damage over time from the slime clouds we've been throwing at him. Looks like teleporting at a small distance is actually what will get us healing. Not too close to us. There we go. Now, if we could find a luminous drill with timer, there's actually a very interesting setup we can do with those healing bolts. Here's another wand. That's the one that had all those explosive effects. That's cursed rock at the bottom. So I guess we hit the bottom of this biome. I wonder if that means we're actually somewhere near... well, we're probably near the tower, but I don't know how close we are. Be very careful because all of those mages are incredibly dangerous to us. We can survive a little bit damage. We'll grab that gold, head back up here. Well, That works. Prevents me from having to do the dirty work there. Look at all that gold. And look at all that. Wow. There's an entire meeting up in here. Odd brickwork gets disintegrated by teleportation. Interesting. We should be safe from stray bullets, just like that. We should be safe from stray bullets given that we have 2 barriers, but we will need to be careful for when there's a large crowd, or potentially a more lethal singular enemy. Oh, wow. I thought that was mana, not teleportation. Yeah, that is incredibly slow. Okay, good news. The swapper mages aren't the end of us. We can't hurt ourselves with our own projectiles. And so them swapping positions with us is not the end of the world, as it is with some other effects. Let's see, I know that projectile immunity usually comes... Ah, there he is. At the back, there was that damned alchemist. Those guys give a field of immunity to nearby enemies. So you need to hit them before you hit any of the other guys. That was a mage of polymorph, which I'm glad we got rid of him before he did anything bad. Oh, electricity. Be very careful with the electricity. That's one of the few things that can very much end our run. Mostly through a stun lock. Where the heck did we end up from that teleport? Broken wand. And a delirium. Interesting. I thought I saw some more stuff. Yeah, let me through here. This place basically looks like another Temple of the Art. I suppose in essence it is. Ah, there's potentially another wand up there. And there's the delirium crystal. The teleporting back and forth there was the fault of the swapper mage, which are some of the most obnoxious enemies in the game. Very nice wand, but nothing we can use from there. We're past the point of needing giant firebolts. Oh. Weakened. Your resistances and protective perks are disabled temporarily. I'm guessing that refers to the actual damage resistance ones because I still have the shield. There's a lot of stuff going on. He's trying to resist it, but he just keeps taking damage. Oh, oh, oh. We will need that. We will need that. We will need that. Lively concoction. What the heck is lively concoction? Well, evidently it was healing us. Was this it? Was this where we were? No. Where'd it go? I need to find more of that. Didn't know that existed. Yeah, that's... lively concoction. I guess that's another health potion of sorts. I'll need to find where that pool is, though, because I want to get more of that. I thought that was Healthium, which I have gotten a couple of potions of before. Overgrown Cavern. Well, we're finding all sorts of new stuff in here. I don't like the look of that shade of green. Looks like this is hard mode fungal caverns. Wow, this game's really slowing down. Hold on. I have an idea. Exit out of that for a moment. And just for a laugh, let's go ahead and... maybe if we downsized VTube Studio a little bit. One, that does make Xander smaller, but that might actually be easier on our processing power. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Come back over here, hit Noita. Resize my window down here. While I might be at a bit of a worse resolution, this might be a bit easier on the actual frame rate. Looks a little better. Maybe we made this smaller as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Low quality rendering. Again, a little faster, but not too much. I think it's mostly an issue of, okay, let's set that to maybe just the standard little HD. Looks like it's still the same size over there. Still only marginally better. I guess it's mostly CPU performance that's troubling us at the end of the day. Having to simulate so many particles. Not being done through the... what the heck is that? What the heck is this? Power plant. Well, I can tell you who's about to have a lot of fun here. I smell robots. Ones that are apparently very resistant to explosions, it looks like. There's an alchemist up there. Some guy trying to sell us potions. Be careful. I really have a feeling those things are full of acid or something. Guess now's the time to find out. Yep, I knew it. Never trust that Disney shade of green. Have you ever noticed that? Disney villains are always surrounded by that exact same luminescent radioactive green color. such as Scar in the Lion King doing his whole be prepared bit. Those guys certainly resist a lot of the damage, it seems. Oh, wow. I can't interact with that piece at all. Imagine getting that on a wand. Would be very interesting if we could find Lively Concoction on a wand. I think that's when you mentioned that. Uh-oh. I love the description there. Yeah, let's be as malicious towards the streamer as we can. I'd also like to revise our vote list once we have another death. Yeah, low quality rendering is not very good here. There we go. I like seeing that instead. I think we can put up with the low frame rate. All the enemies here have a lot of health. Sorry to ask, but did I do anything with the animation? I'm actually wanting to... What the? I'm gonna pause the game real quick and answer that question. I am planning on posting it to Twitter later tonight. My entire weekend has been incredibly busy, and I wasn't even home at all yesterday past 11 a.m. Got home at about 1 a.m. since I was out doing errands and having Halloween parties, but tonight I will be taking the time to relax and work more on the server and on the Twitter itself. So I will be posting the animation that you made as well on Twitter earlier. That's a boss. That is a robot spider. And I think he has nukes. Oh, he's dead. Come on, give me the gold. Spatial awareness. If you stop for a moment, you can sense your location relative to the mountain. That sounds incredible for us for now. Since we're doing an exploring and navigation moment, hold on. Has this been here the entire time? Have we had a map right under our noses the entire time we've been playing? I'll have to find a safe spot real quick. Power plant. Interesting. Oh, what's down here? More of this sand cave. This place is boring. No, take me back to the robots. I want more robots. As long as we don't have to deal with any electricity, we should be okay. You think the robot itself got nuked? I think that might just be its death explosion, probably. Yeah, Noita has way too many secrets for us to discover, and I don't even know if we'll find all of them on stream. Unless I start streaming this like 6 hours a day. Alright, this looks like a safe little spot. Guess we don't have an indication of where we are, but up there is definitely the mountain. All of these are probably the Holy Mountain parts because it goes down, 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 and then it goes to the right over here, which, if you remember, once we got down to the laboratory, we always have to dig up and to the left to get back onto the main chamber. So these are the Holy Mountains. That's the mountain itself. What's this? Square. Red dot. And the green dot. I guess now that we have a map, why don't we see what's at all these dots over here? We are probably somewhere, I mean, given that it has us set right here in the middle, there's probably something off onto the right, roughly on our own y-axis. Or on our own elevation. Although I don't want to do much digging right now. What the heck's popping with all that toxic sludge? Did something die over here? Looks like it's a bit further up and to the right. Ah, here we are. More power plant. Maybe this extends over there. Yeah, we'll have to be very careful of those because it doesn't look like we can destroy those plasma turrets. Well, I'm incredibly delighted to know that there's a power plant biome. We're gonna find Zapdos in here. I'm guessing Mecha Spider over there was supposed to be our boss. No one can resist us. One of your wands is now an unshuffle wand. I don't think any of them were shuffle wands before except for that fourth one, which, well, now is no longer a shuffle wand. Oh hey, another essence. We found the essence of Earth, and that's not an essence. This machinery is unlike any I've ever seen before. Did the Hissy create it, or was it always here? Experimental wand. Doesn't look like any wand I've ever seen, and look at those stats. Let's fire this where we'll be a little bit more safe. That's not a wand. That's a minigun. Okay, this is officially my favorite spot on the map now. Well, this is one of the wands we'll have to apply extra slots to. It's also less powerful than our main wand because it doesn't have any other effects on it. Guess we don't need piercing, do we? I want to keep that wand. It's... not really much better than the Wand of Swiftness, but with that always cast, there's probably some very interesting things we can do with it. Let's figure something out. We are at least taking it back to a safer spot first. Error, before you forgot, thanks for the Halloween post idea. You tried to make a creepy spamton, sorry you need to go and have a little sleep. It was a good time being here, have a nice day. Thank you very much for showing up, Error. Always happy to provide ideas and inspire someone as best as I can. Oh, I also have a very, very interesting thing to show when we do our next Rivals of Aether stream, which maybe not this week unless you all suggest it in the Discord, but I would like to focus on another Rivals of Aether workshop stream, one that we could actually get onto doing our character development with. Got a lot of sprite work to do, and I think sitting down to actually focus on that might be a big help. Thought this was Noita, not Terraria. Yeah, it's Terraria now. We have a minigun. Really don't know how to feel. Well, if we can dig for that in the future. It's on the very right side here, surrounded by extremely dense rock. And yeah, I don't think we even have to fight our way to get this. Looks like you can just dig your way up here. You know what? Let's see where this leads. The presence of a minigun is definitely something I wouldn't have expected. I mean, I knew the robots were a thing, but going so far as to add in an actual minigun. Only 2 slots, too, so we'll have to make it count. I'm guessing this is just on the far right side of the map. This does give me an idea if we have a very good digging wand in the future, but can't find enough actual damaging spells. We might just be able to dig for this. I think we might want to head up in a zigzag pattern so we don't get too many large vertical caverns that we have to go through. Looks like we can handle just about everything that the first game can throw at us. New Game Plus will probably be much more dangerous. Yeah, this really is just Terraria now. Sand cave, it looks like. With a lot of mines. Nothing but hissy, and they're not even an issue anymore. Doesn't look like it. Always feels like those spell effects don't really have much to do. Now what do we follow that up with? If we put damage plus on there, it might increase the recoil, and that would actually let us use the minigun as a non-CPU destroying jetpack. Looks like more Overgrown Cavern up here. If we find a digging wand, we can replace our always cast Matter Eater, I suppose. As much as it would pain me to get rid of a wand that's helped us so much. And a unique one too, one that can make any bullet destroy terrain. You know, I wonder, can we apply Magic Guard, or can we apply the Matter Eater to Magic Guard here? There's an incredible set of wands in this region of the map, it looks like. Lava to blood. Interesting. Not that we'll need that, given that lava isn't lethal anymore. Boomerang. Boomerang will be very useful because we can apply healing to that. And then the healing will always map back to us. That might be worth getting rid of the experimental wand for the moment. But we'll need to remember where that is. Just slightly above the power plant. I mean, if we hug the wall over here, we'll be able to find it, no doubt. Always casts add mana. Well, if that wasn't a shuffle wand, I'd definitely pick it up and consider. That one... Wow, there's an amazing selection of wands in here. That one we can probably use alongside Luminous Drill if we manage to find it. I wish I could tinker it everywhere. Then we could actually use the best parts of all these wands. Oh wait, the mushroom guys probably explode. Let's, not give him a hug then. Yep, acid everywhere, and exploding guys. This place is certainly dangerous if you're not immune to explosions. Concentrated mana. Yeah, this is just fungal caverns, but in hard mode. See what that potion is. Unstable teleportation. No. I'll pass. The blue mushrooms are less dangerous, but we still want to get rid of them so they don't explode on us instead. Ah, it looks like another passageway. Another essence or another secret? A perk. Moon radar. Oh, would you look at that? That directs us back to the moon up there, so that's functionally another compass for us. Don't know why I need to know where the moon is, but I'll take it. The one below, hold on. That looks like a secret. We'll toss the purifying powder in here for now. The one below listens to my songs. G, D sharp, G, E, A, E, C, B, G sharp, F. Wasn't there a musical wand inside of the tree? I don't think we can matter eater our way in there, so we still need to get a luminous drill somewhere. Toxic mist and explosive larpa. That actually would be better than... That has a very high recharge, so it is useful in a lot of places, but doesn't look like we'll have too much use for that one yet. Ouch. Now, I got an idea. First look at this, let's say no, and then make sure we don't make friends with the mushroom boy there. Still no luminous drills, but it looks like this is a great place to go for looking for wands. Ah, sand cave, this probably should be a bit of a safer place. Or, no, this isn't Sand Cave. This is, whatever that weird biome is. Sort of wrinkly desert place. So many explosions and so little damage. An eye pedestal. We need to bring that evil eye here. weird. Explosive bounce and a few explosive projectiles. Nothing for us there. That shuffle wand with all the extra mana. If we ever picked up a no shuffle, that could actually be very, very useful. Ah, just the desert over here. I'm guessing this is the wall. Yeah. Alright, so remember that for the future. We get a minigun and the, we get a minigun and the radars if we go over to the right side. And right there it looks like it's mostly on par with, say, the Vault or Temple of the Art. If we're having a bit too much trouble with some of the enemies or bosses, that might be a good place to go. Yeah, random damage. I remember that was the boss that dropped all the random spells. No spells from the Mecha Spider, so just the perk from him. Make our gentle way over here. And head in here. We still cannot edit wands in the first one, so I really hope we get edit wands everywhere soon. That will require us to go to parallel universes, which we might do on next stream. Parallel world, that's what it is. So Blood Mist is interesting. That's different from the Slime Mist. But it has a limited number of uses, and I don't know why. Don't know why they gave it that different effect. So here we have a healing wand. 223. There's a Nala here. No, the recharge time is actually very quick. It's the Phi here, which I think is hurting us. It should be casting all three of these in order rather than actually using the healing spells there. Okay, the Phi is definitely consuming a lot of our mana there. We might have some experimentation we can do with that, but for now, let's go ahead and separate our teleport and our digging again. Put our healing on here, and I believe that gives us with an infinite healing wand. Oh, right, take the Nala off there. How can we manipulate that? Because now we're not even able to carry too many spells with us. I think actually having a boomerang spells as just an effect on its own might be a better idea. That will require some thought, but we will, even if we don't use it here, definitely give that wand a try. I think if we just outright put the teleport bolt on here, yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. If we could reduce its duration and make it disappear right as it starts turning around, then we could probably do that. Yeah, that will suffice for now. If we could make an infinite duration spell and have it boomerang with that, we could actually use that as a wand that we come back here to cast every so often. Maybe to give some homing projectiles or something. But we'll need infinite duration bullets, which does require us to have a few different modifiers not currently accessible to us. Wow, has it already been almost two hours? Would you say we should keep going this one for a bit longer, or go ahead and wind it down soon? I will be around to discuss things on the Discord server after the stream. Now that's how you dig. Nope. I'm hoping somewhere up here is one of the spell effects we'll be looking for. Looks like no dice. We don't care about what's going on up here. We've already cleared everything out, basically. I wonder what other places have good ones. We can probably spend our way back down to the Overgrown Cavern and look for more wands there. We'll be grabbing a few and taking them back occasionally. But if we make a much easier way to get down there in the first place, then it'll be much easier to take wands out. You know, the Luki layer is actually another good place that has lots of wands. Let's head there real quick. Another thing is... James, you did mention your curiosity at seeing the floating wands earlier. Those are an enemy, but you can also create them yourself under your control. And with the proper exploitation, it is possible to create an infinite source of new wands for yourself. That might just be an easier way for us to get our hands on some luminous drills. Or, preferably, black holes would be better. We survived heading through the other one pretty well, so let's take a look through here, see what we can find. Still covered in slime. Given that we're fire immune, do we really need the water potion anymore? It's got some of that lively concoction in it still, so I need to see what that does. Or how we can get more of it. Yeah. Just another toxic cloud wand. Missiles and explosive. They're mostly dropping damage wands, which we don't even need at this point. Oh, hey! Another orb room. Ah, seems we've already been here. And the Lord spake, saying, First thou shalt take out the holy pin. Then thou shalt count to 3, no more, no less. 3 shalt be the oh, it's the whole Monty Python holy grenade bit. There was the holy hand grenade item here, wasn't it? Spells, probably near the bottom. I don't see it, but I have a feeling that's just a hint that there's a holy hand grenade spell somewhere. Now let's see where we are on the map. There's that green circle, and I have no idea what the red one means. Or if that implies a direction. I want to see what that green circle is. Yeah. Adjacent with the third holy mountain, and just head left. Not the best digging wand. We still need something better than this. You know, that's an interesting idea. We didn't... Uh-oh. Maybe it would have been safer to be in there instead. Idiot. The issue with Giga Saw Blades is... they fly back to where they originated from. Well, take a moment to speak instead of actually firing any projectiles. I am open to lots of suggestions on the Discord channel. I see there's already some messages over there. I will not alt-tab as that will not reduce the timer on the saw blades here. But I've never actually beaten Terraria, and having a chance to go back and play it would actually be very fun. I'd probably do better with a collaboration for that though, so if you know any other VTubers who might be interested in doing Terraria, that would be a very interesting collaboration idea. I'll start networking more, and now that we have a Discord, have a better springboard to go off of. See if we can get into a Terraria collab sometime. Going on our theme of indie Metroidvania-esque titles. Oh boy, but that's an entire other rabbit hole to get into. What have we had? Maybe 12 streams for this game? Maybe even more. We have had a few where we've done 2 a week. We're going above now. Oh, that's interesting. Another delirium, I guess. See if we can head around him. Did you hear that? What the? Am I hallucinating? I guess I am. Maybe this is a very dangerous place to be. Oh no, you don't. So, something with ghosts going on over there. I think we'll be okay to investigate, though. Let's take a deeper look. Hey, that helps. So, ghostly enemies that can't be hit normally, it looks like. Oh, you're a ghost too. Well, that's very questionable. I think if we keep going up, though, we don't have to worry about it. We'll go up and over and see if we encounter anything with... Oh. Someplace made of ice. Snowy chasm. Does it just pull from every enemy in the game, or only a small pool? I don't like what I see. Someone spawning ghosts, and the fact that swapper mages are an option we've seen twice makes me very uncomfortable. Let's figure out where this Delirium's crystal is so we can finally get rid of him. Right there. There's just ghosts everywhere down here. Have I ever told you how much I hate ghosts? Ghosts are unnatural creatures and cannot be measured. They are abominations every single time, unconditionally. I hate ghosts. Not scared of them, mind you. I just hate them. And it seems they're everywhere in here. I think that's another crystal. We're getting closer to that, looks like we're getting closer to whatever that green room is. I guess this is the equivalent of that weird desert cave biome from the other side. The one with much less terrain and a lot more swirly stuff going on. It seems like it's pulling from the same small pool of enemies for the stuff that we find over here. I'm guessing it's those guys. Because any of the stationary enemies are usually controlling or spawning something else. What do you mean they're not gone yet? There's another one. And they're still just completely invincible. Okay, so it is these guys. We're seeing them more frequently whenever we get close to the eyeball statues here. Get past the delirium. I think now we can take a look, see if we're getting closer. Down and to the left, it looks like. So luckily we don't have too far to go on this whole cave area here. It's not very wide at all. And now we shouldn't have to deal with any more ghosts on the way out. Further down. I'm pretty sure it centers the Noita towards where the actual center of the radar that you see here. Imagine going spelunking and seeing a dude in a robe blowing the place up. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. In fact, I could be blowing it up a lot faster if I had something better than this flimsy little digging wand. Welcome, Pipili. So glad to see you show up every now and again. Warms my heart anytime I have returning viewers. We also just set up a Discord, hold on. I'm uncertain if you're interested, but you do have the opportunity to suggest future streams. Should be earlier in the chat here, let me go grab that. Work in progress, but, oh, that's a YouTube redirect. Get rid of that. I'll just copy it from in the chat up here. Highlight that. Copy and paste. Only just started, and we are setting things up, but what we do have is, most importantly, before we get any of the big stuff going, there is a suggestions channel, and I'm looking for an option for something on Saturday. So far for this week, we're doing Dead Cells on Wednesday, and the important part that I think you'd be interested in is a VTuber Guilty Gear tournament happening on Friday. I will be participating in that one. I would like to do a stream on Saturday, but I don't know what specifically my viewers would like for the moment, so I'll leave the voting option open there. And after the stream tonight, I will be working on tidying the place up. But I have had a couple of requests from people saying they did want a Discord server, and that would be a more centralized place to actually bring up suggestions, and instead of spreading everything else on Twitter or the YouTube comments, so on and so forth. I believe you have work on Friday. Oh, darn. Well, there will at least be a VOD there afterwards. Always cast spells been added to one of your wands. Again, you're lying to me. I don't think that effect even works. We'll have to turn that one off. I'll throw on more of the Twitch modifications later. I really wish, out of all the games that I had, this is the only one I wish that had more of an audience on Twitch. A bit more viewer participation would spice things up. More icy caves again, it looks like. Well, even regardless of your ability to attend on Friday, I think it's still in the evening unless you're a night shift worker. I will be posting, or at least retweeting the results on Twitter regardless. I have been practicing that Gold Lewis. Is this it? Just ice? There's gotta be something in here. Radar says... slightly to the left, I guess. You're off at 6 p.m. PST and it takes 45 minutes to get home. We might not start too soon. I don't have an answer for you immediately, but we might have... let's see right now. What time is it supposed to start on Friday? 5 p.m. PST. Darn. Well, I'm very sad to have to say that. You might come in at the back end when I've already crushed all the weaklings out of the competition. It's higher up. Alright, James, let's see if I can go digging in that direction. We need more bullets. And actually, I think the torch would be better on the digging wand, wouldn't it? As opposed to the combat wand. I feel like we're going the opposite direction. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so further down, I think. We'll find it, whatever that green dot is. I want to see what the red one is too, but that seems to be changing a direction, not necessarily a... Yeah, that seems to be indicating a direction, not a position. Well, this entire area is useless. It's nothing but frozen rock. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find an answer, because I don't think it's supposed... It's supposed to be the green right here, and the frozen rock. I'll just look this one up real quick. Spatial awareness, that's what's called. Only we had a better digging tool than this. Maybe we should find a better, slower bullet and come back for this later. Wait, hold on. Looks like more of the ghost stuff going on down there. Alright, I'll try higher up. We might have to save that for next stream once we have a better digging implement instead. Z, welcome! I just posted it earlier. I don't know if you can see it in the YouTube chat history yet, but we did just set up a Discord server, and I will be working on that after the stream. Right now, we're trying to dig through all the rock here and figure out what the heck that green dot's supposed to represent. Oh wait, hold on. There's something sparkling up there. And I hear what sounds like an orb. There's an orb room. Thence it is born a spirit white as snow, another spirit red as blood, which two spirits are contained in the third hidden thing. Oh, yikes. Get me out of here. Very interesting place. I'm guessing that's the bottom of the frozen vault. Yeah, there it is. Please be a taking wand. Teleport homing. Well, at least take that one. And the chain spell has some interesting interactions. Are you ready for all the stores to play Mariah Carey? Luckily, I have a very small number of trips I actually make into the grocery stores. Usually, I head there at 8 p.m. after most of the people have already cleared out, so I don't have to be in there to listen to it for very long. I'm not terrified. It's November 1st. Americans are just so ready to be skipping Thanksgiving like that. Toxic ice? Further down it says. I gotta know what that is. I'm guessing that would mean directly down. We're just here for the eggnog. Eggnog is wonderful, but I actually don't think I've had it the past couple of, winters. Thank you for the reminder. I think it should start showing up in stores soon, in which I'll be definitely very focused on that. Thank you, James. You did indeed guide us to a health pickup, but I don't think that's what that green dot's supposed to represent, because it's still there. Just the ice again. Alright, I think we should start heading back up instead. Get something better than a very hungry shotgun to get through all this dirt. Plus, we have an opportunity to score a few more enemies up here. I actually have an idea. Why don't we start heading back up to the work? There's a couple of incredibly useful spell effects we can find up there. Ah, and another heart. Is this the most health we've had so far? 772. Wish it was something evenly divisible by 25, but that's not what happens when you pick vampirism at some point early in your run. Which did get us far, but now it's obsolete. Map is confusing, very fitting for Noita. Hey, if it was easy, it wouldn't be in Noita. It's called spatial awareness. Hold on. Do we have a guide that tells us exactly how it's supposed to work? There's a guide on YouTube. Oh. According to that guide, the red dot that keeps moving is actually us. So we passed it a long time ago. It's not centered on the icon of the Noita themselves. So now we gotta go heading all the way back. We were close. At some point we were very, very close. so we know it is basically heading right. Okay, we'll get to the bottom of this biome and then we'll start looking again. I gotta know. Because that has an incredibly unique icon compared to everything else on the map, so it's gotta be something special. Yeah, the red dot keeps moving. That's supposed to be us. You mentioned deck building roguelikes, James. Is there anything other than, I mean, I know Slay the Spire was the most famous one. And I can't remember the name of the other one my friend was playing. Is there anyone specifically that you'd like to see? Yeah, we're getting close. Take a drink. I don't think I've even done that all stream. I like YouTube more, but it would be nice to spruce up the Twitch page a little bit. Add in a couple of, you know, redeem the hydrate, make sure the VTuber drinks his water. Inscription. If I don't remember that here, definitely put that in the suggestions channel. There was that other game, something about rain, that you mentioned the other day. I've already forgotten the name for that one. I'll have to look back through the chats. Unless you remember it right now. And be so polite as to remind me. Yo, we got green. We got... We got something. We got a... Rain World. That was the name of it. I'm trying to figure this one out. Anyone got an idea? They're spitting out soil, it looks like. Whatever it is, it's not dealing damage. There's something on the back. What does it say? Where's the cipher? Hold on, I had the cipher. Image. Grab that cipher. I think I had it on my desktop still. Yeah, there it is. I didn't notice I still had the eyes on that entire time after we found the minigun. Well, that's been an interesting hour of streams since then. What does that background say? The last one is the one that looks like an X, which corresponds to AP. I can't see the first few letters. Hold on. Are you guys actually hurting each other or what? What the heck was that? Something triggered health there. Okay, move out of the way, y'all. Everyone. All the weird little green guys. Yeah, they're spitting out seeds. And then you'll just kick me when I get close? Okay. Weirdos. Alright, what's that first letter? F. Starts with an F, ends with a P. Next letter is R. F-R-P. Adorable beans, yeah, but I'd like to know what they're doing here. And why they're spitting seeds at me. And why they keep kicking me whenever I get close. And why they're trying to drown me in soil. F-R-I. Friendship? F-R-I-E. I think it's friendship, hold on. F-R-I-E-N, yeah. D, yeah. I think it says friendship. Okay. Cute little Easter egg, but I don't know what to do with this. Have fun, guys. I really don't think I need to be here. Really? Is this what it's like to be a popular VTuber? Being surrounded by goons that keep spitting stuff at you. Alright. I'm going to ignore what was going on with there. Broham, please explain that one to me. I'm completely confused. Yeah, they call themselves your friends, and then they're doing nothing but spitting dirt at you the entire time. Really sure it says friendship. I didn't decode the last few letters. Also, welcome, Broham. Twitch has attempted to blow you up multiple times. There have been a couple of people showing up and making some remarks about, hey, you want to get famous or some other nonsense like that. Let's get this off the screen real quick. I'll move this over here into the corner where I can grab it again. Oh, that was creepy. If I look far enough off to the side, it can't track my lips. That's just Professor being psychic and being telepathic with his messages. I'm not sure if I'm ready for VTuber fame. I'm already a misanthrope. Do I want even more of a reason to stay off of Twitter? I already hate social networking. I don't want to have a reason to hate it more. Do you have an interesting wand? Rocks it looks like. Ah, unfortunate. Oh, hold up. We got another secret up here. Kulokivi. Ah, you know what? We'll need that. Let's actually get rid of the key since I think we messed with that one before. This artifact is covered in note-shaped engravings and is pulsing at a steady pace. Is that the sound of distant music? Cutting up stuff, it's a hint room. Friendship. Something else with friendship. Hold on, we got another cipher here, but I've already destroyed part of the blocks. Bring that back. The first one is kind of an F shape. N, I think, is that second letter. See if we can decode it from there. N, and then the next one is sort of a B, lowercase b shape. Is that an O? The friend thing. You'll learn more, I'm sure. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I certainly don't have any answers right here. Looks like the capital and lowercase letters are pretty exchangeable for the most part. So, if we have an idea of what one of them is, we should be able to tell if it's uppercase or lowercase. I can't tell what that first letter's supposed to be, but I think it's something, then N, then O, something N-O. Knowledge. Hold on. K? Is it a K? That first letter might be a K. It's something N-O, if my intuition is correct. Something that looks like a 4 coming afterwards. No, I guess that's not it. Next one. Line with a little squiggly at the end. Okay, that's an L. I think it says knowledge up there. And then E is the circular diamond shape. We don't have anything that's literally a box, so I think it's just a bad font. I think that first letter is not, or that first word is knowledge. See what the G is. The G is the circle with the 2 notches at the top. Okay. And then D is that weird 7 looking thing with the dot. Okay. First word is knowledge. Second word. Can't read that first letter. And I can't tell what that second one is either. Next one is the little squiggly notch. Kind of looks like the I used to notate an imaginary number. Is that a U, maybe? Or a Q? See if it's followed by U. I don't think it's a Q. It's not followed by U directly afterwards. Oh wait, no, there is a U there. Hold on. Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. So it looks like there's a Q-U in the middle of there. What's that last letter? An N? Another N? No. Yes, yes. It's another N, so something with Q and then it ends with N. Let me know if you have any more of a direction towards what it's supposed to be. Okay, hold on. What's that letter that looks kind of like an X? That translates to a P. P and then an N on the very end there. I think they're all in uppercase. Doesn't look like there's very many obvious lowercase letters here. I can't read the font when it's that small, but I know that, okay, they're in uppercase because that first, or that third to last is an A, and that's a very hard symbol to mistake. So, P-A something N. I. So, okay, knowledge something pain. P-A-I-N. So that next one, with the Q, let's try to work that one backwards. Is that a K, I think is the last letter? And then 3 notches on either side of a vertical character. Ah, we might actually have to leave this cipher up here for a lot of the future streams. Hold on, let's count the letters, that might help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Becomes? No, it's not becomes. I really think that's a QU towards the middle of there. Knowledge something. It's so hard to read that font. You can't even read the bottom one anyway. Knowledge something pain. I think we might want to figure that one out in a less damaged spot that has better lighting. Still poisoned. Careful not to destroy text in the future. That's why we're looking for a better digging wand, but we have not... Okay, Broham, you should know how much of a problem this is. I've already defeated Spidey at the end. Oh, and we've been to the power plant, and we've defeated the Mecha Spider at the end there, too. We found the minigun. We're doing all this, and we still have not yet found a single black hole wand or luminous drill. The entire time our only option has been Matter Eater. You know, now that I think about it, if we just used Energy Orb, that might work a lot better. One of these. Except it's not gonna carry on if it has a timer. Hey, wait, I think that works way better. The energy orb always goes slower than... Alright, the energy orb always goes slower than it needs to actually collide with the terrain. If we take off the ping pong path, this might be a much better digging wand for us. That's excellent right there. Alright, I think we can use that one going forward. Again, doesn't look like it. Alright. We'll take that triplicate bolt. Oh, well, we'll need to get rid of this wand anyway, because we're definitely wanting... We're definitely wanting a... Hold on. Short range homing. Now let's go for it. Teleport. Apply the light back here. Chain spell, but that takes a lot of mana. We might have use for that in the future, though. We'll still need to get rid of that wand and get a better replacement anyway, because we'll need black hole or luminous drill to get through the cursed rock. Jungle or fungal areas if we're looking for those. You know what? Let's head back down into the jungle. We were going through there earlier. And there's also the other fungal place, the Overgrown Cavern, that we discovered tonight. Hold on, this might be better than the timer wand. Just in case. Alright, let's go looking for more wands. Oh, that's way better for digging. Get a warp down here, and a warp down here. Reminds you of when you try finding rare accessories in Terraria. I'm not looking forward to that, but it would still be interesting regardless to have some sort of a Terraria collab. Although I know exactly how horrible it can be. Pretty much all of my friends have played it except for myself. Or, historically, the larger circles of friends I've had in other communities. Welcome to the jungle of low frame rates. The explosives. That's pretty funny. Yep, that's gonna kill my frame rate even faster with the fact that it has to render those teleport circles. Maybe that's not the best choice for using our Wand of Swiftness. Ooh, another heart. I think we've already looked at this one. Return, it looks like. Does the fungal cavern actually generate better wands, or does it just seem like that because this is where it finally starts generating good wands? Let's take a look in the Lookie layer. Almost. Oh, bifurcated formation. Hold on, there's something we can do with that. See if we can deal with the big spiders in here. I think if we have Weakening Curse on our weapon, we can still do fine. First one does, not the jungle one, but it does generate a lot of wands. Noted. We have already explored the earlier fungal caverns tonight, and no dice. No dice there either. There's gotta be an answer in here somewhere. If this keeps up, I'll just go look for a wand generator spell in the work. And then we'll make our own wands with blackjack and hookers. Yeah. The issue with this place is it quickly reverts to being dark after you leave a section, so it's hard to tell where you've been. Ah, good, we can hurt them. But they sure do take a beating. Those guys are actually immune to most sources of damage, which I find very weird. And also very frightening. Oh, well, thank you. And get this taken care of. Creature gravity field. Ah, that helps us even more. Makes it harder to miss. I'll slow down my computer as much as I need to get rid of those things. I hate them. Incredibly ugly. Slice damage wrecks them. They'll use a propane build your first time. Slice damage, interesting. We have another short-range teleport there. Right now, I think it's only curses doing the damage to them for me. Well, at least this way we'll be able to react to everything faster. Decelerating shot, phasing arc. Hold on. There's some very good modifiers in here regardless. I think we'll trade out this wand for now, since that gives us a lot of things we can experiment with. Ugh. Ugly. So very ugly. Oh yeah, and then this guy, that's just legs. Also very ugly. And then that guy, that's just smoke. Of course. Alright, get me away from this thing. What the heck's still hurting me? Oh, you're one... Oh, that was the spasm. That was a twitchy mage, wasn't it? I don't remember the looks of a few of the less dangerous ones. I always remember what the swappers and polymorph guys looked like. That was their own spell hurting us because of the twitchy mage. He makes you capable of harming yourself with those spells. Looks like we have another wand down here. Possibly with even more bad luck. Still nothing. Interesting that there's a spell refresher all the way down here. You've had your fair share of runs ended with self-inflicting damage due to the Twitch mages. I think that's actually might be a good reason why having the high DPS here might be the best way for us to go anyway. Just something reactable if it ever starts backfiring on us. Huh, healing from something. Don't know what's doing that. Yeah, we're at the bottom and still nothing. Although if I remember, there's another orb of knowledge somewhere towards the bottom of this place. Or was that off to the side? Well, speak of the devil. Huh. We haven't been here. I've only been here offline. Can't remember if that was the shuffle wand beforehand. That's 8 orbs and we haven't been to a parallel universe yet. There should be 3 more. We haven't been to hell yet, so... that means that there's 2 more that we've completely not yet discovered. Nope. And again, this is just going to be a potion, yeah. Although, knowing the conditions for New Game Plus, we do want to avoid picking up more than 10 orbs. So we might leave the one in Hell behind. That one was fireworks, I believe. Who knows? Maybe we get to skip the parallel universes and head straight into New Game Plus. Ground is sand. It's gonna be useful. Actually, hold on. I think that might be how we can get our Matter Eater to work. Because if we can turn... Does that turn everything into sand, or... It makes any hard solid materials within a projectile's range turn into sand. Got scared and had to check you didn't ruin it. Used to be different. I think 7 was the max before. I did look it up after the last stream that we got destroyed by 3 Eyes. And right now, it's between 5 and 7. Between 5 and 10. As long as you don't get all 11, you can do New Game Plus. Honestly, we could start that now even if we just wanted to go hunt for more perks. Although I did want to touch on a couple of parallel worlds first. Even though we won't be picking up any orbs, there are more spell opportunities there. We still can't get our way through the cursed rock though. Unless... Still nothing we're looking for. Floor 1 usually has a good chance at black holes. I'm sure we're thorough up there. I think we might have actually skipped over a lot of that. Would be a good nice thing to go back and try to cruise for a little bit. Would be a bit easier too. Here we are getting back into the vault. We are not explosion immune yet. Let's not get near there. So, Broham, is there anything you have to say about what is generally the most performance-efficient bullets for us to use? Or something to get good damage that doesn't cost too much for our performance? Because I'd rather not have the extremely slow frame rate every time we go to fight something. Alright, let's give it a try, hold on. If we get another wand refresh and another Mew, actually, we could get by with even just a single Mew here. Ground to sand. Reduce spread. Which actually we want on here, because now we basically shoot all of our healing bolts, which should arrive pretty close to where we end up. Decelerating shot. And phasing arc sounds really fun. We'll figure out something to do with that. Orbiting arc, hold on. Ah, still too fast. What the? Oh, that increases the damage when we apply orbiting arc, so that means that those healing bolts are actually capable of hurting us with their bonus damage. Came to terms that the stronger you get, the more frames you lose. I suppose we'll have to deal with it. I'd rather be more efficient when I can, though. Let's give this a try. Okay, decelerating shot does not work very well because it already has a pretty fast starting speed. Get rid of the magic arrow. I don't think we want spiral shot either, do we? For now, we'll leave that behind. Although allegedly, given that it was an orb spell, it's probably very powerful. Let's give this one a try. I think that one might actually do better with the Mew. And in fact... you know, we might be able to put both... what really works well for us is if we can condense wand functions onto single wands. That's why I have healing and teleportation onto the same one here. So if we can try to condense both our digging and our damage wands onto one, that'd be very useful, but getting rid of the ground to sand there won't help enough without an actual matter eater on its own. Just the projectile modifier to add with it. That looks like that could cut through some cursed stone. If ground to sand works on cursed rock. And with the Mew, we don't have to worry about the ammo for it. So now we can actually make good use of looking for another Mana Eater. And here's our chance to shine. Hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Because now, we get to try something scary. Hold on. If we have a much more visible spell to apply off of that. Lo and behold, there we have it. Does that only work the once, though? I feel like it might be working multiple times. How can we increase our spread here? Or, actually, just pick a different spell. See if we get 3 rock spirits out of this, because now, it looks like it's just 1. Yeah, still looks like it's just 1. Darn. I was hoping, with an expiration trigger and triplicate bolt, we might essentially be able to triple the results that we get out of here. Seems like that's not the case. Darn, that would have been fun. That looks like that's holding something secret in there. Is it not working with the Mew? Oh, no, it is. Just need to reset. So, what we have here is a triplicate bolt. What I'm doing here is we are using add expiration trigger. Makes a projectile cast another spell upon expiring. A triplicate bolt normally does not have another trigger on it, so what this essentially does is add a trigger to triplicate bolt. Can't really see it from here. Wonder if I actually just have to... Oh, well, thank you, I guess. I've always wanted to, you know, make a snack out of the Temple of the Art. Let's take care of this mess real quick. So we don't have to worry about cursed rock ever again. So that works with the Mew now. So it looks like there's only a single one of these that actually gets a trigger effect on the end of it. Triplicate Bolt has very interesting interactions with a lot of other spells in the sense that it essentially triples any of the modifiers you put on it. Have I fought the temple boss? Who's the temple boss? Or which temple are we talking about? If we're talking about the big spider at the end, we already defeated him on this profile. This might actually do some wonders for our performance instead. Warpcast is fun. I always like Warpcast because... only 20 mana. It essentially gives you a very, very fast long-range bullet. Phasing arc. Oh, that's interesting. Does that home in though? Or what's causing it to bounce? Not the Spouter. James asked something, talked over him. So, if you're understanding this correctly, you want all three of the bolts to have the effect. Yeah, because when you apply when you apply the other modifiers, it happens 3 times. I was wondering if adding the trigger here made all 3 bullets have a trigger. It looks like it's only the center bullet that gets fired. Unfortunately. No, it's not gonna work. We'll have to leave quite a few of these on here, it looks like. Alright, back to the slime mist. Let's try this one. Through all the cheese here. Ah, that's very interesting, but I don't think that's good for our digging. We'll find a use for that phasing arc on a different projectile, I'm sure. Heck, maybe on here instead. What else? We could apply the warp cast to our teleporting wand instead. Gotta go to bed. Good night, Kayla. Thank you for joining us. We might be winding this down soon. It's certainly a good opportunity to start experimenting again, but I'm not sure what we do next. We do have the trigger there now that we can experiment with something else. Although now we can actually dig into places we're not supposed to be. wonder if we apply the Nala there. Wonder if that'll still heal us upon arriving. We still have some cursed rock here to experiment with. Or maybe not. While that certainly gets us far, I preferred our old, as Broham called it, the Tracer Wand. That was the fun one. Alright, we'll go ahead and put that back on there. Don't think we need the triple spell, we can put on something else instead. Decelerating Shot. That does multiply the initial projectile velocity, so if we do get our hands on a Circle of Vigor, that is how we can combine them both into a Tracer Wand. Warp Cast we'll find a use for later. Oh wait, that I actually think we can just do right here, right? See if that goes straight in the direction after we shoot it. It does! And it looks like it destroys everything on the way there, too. Might just make for a slightly more efficient digging wand. Slowing you down. Oh, it's the phasing arc. I think we just might want regular speed on that. Darn, I like phasing arc and I get to use it so seldomly, so I'm wondering, where do we have a chance to make it work? Especially with so few other effects we can pick up at this point. Although we can definitely get rid of Rock Spirit and Knockback. Ping Pong Path I'm saving for when we get a Luminous Drill. Everything else on here seems like it still has some use to it. Homing we can probably leave behind. Leave everything else there. That's nifty. Well, if we find a regular Matter Eater effect, we can get rid of that wand too. Temple of Art. So, tell me what you mean by temple boss, since we're already here. Who's this temple boss you speak of? Why is that still floating? What are you hanging on? There we go. Actually, now we have a chance. Ah, we had a water trail up there somewhere earlier. Darn. We could have used that here. I don't want to use our water jar. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We apparently got a Twitch event, Broham, which spawned a bunch of lively concoction on us. I bottled a little bit of it, but I'm not sure what to do with that. I got an idea with that water trail. Oh wait, it's all vomit down there. We're not even gonna worry about lava anyway. Now what I'd like is some liquid detonation. That would be cool. Let's try Big Magic Guard. Ah, good. We do have a chance to pick up those things before they fall into the indefinite sea of vomit below. Giga Black Hole is fun. Let's not play with it yet. I think that's the only spell effect we would have wanted from there. So now let's give this a try. Temple boss is on the right. Say, unless you want to be spoiled, you have to activate it. Is it that Illuminati thing? Hold on, let's see if this works. Oh, right. Need to get rid of the warp cast first. Darn, that would have been really cool. If using Big Magic Guard in conjunction with the spell effects would actually enable it to just dig all the ground out around you. Where'd I put that energy orb? Ah, up here. Not on there. We'll find somewhere else to put this. Although if we used Warp Cast, we could actually combine it with these, and we'd be able to have an offensive and defensive spell at the same time. I need more add mana. That'd be fun. Not there. We did see him when we were digging on the way back up. It was over in this direction. Yeah, not scary. Wonder what changed. Oh yeah, we did take all the other mews off there so that we could have the ground to sand. I think that's a fine enough change. We don't want to necessarily have too much damage on that wand. This guy, if I remember. I see some very indescript symbols on the side. Five gems up top, and in the middle, something with an egg cracking, it looks like. I know there was that whole lore about the eggs being used to make the world, but an egg spell? Drop eggs on it? What are those five? Well, we'll keep doing something until we figure out. Eggs. Looking for eggs. Oh, well, there's one right there. Except now, we have to get it. And we do not yet have Breathless. You're too smart for your own good. Well, at least let me figure it out. Is it something with eggs? Something with eggs. To me. Now we gotta get out of here before we drown and vomit. Luckily, our healing spells are working just fine for that. Oh, right. Gotta do something with eggs first. Let's say... gently set this down over here. Same with this. And same with, most importantly, this. Oh. Well, just in case, I think I'll go ahead and use that ambrosia potion. In case it, like, explodes at the beginning or something. Further up, it's gotta be something with eggs, right? Do we even have a good pocket? I think maybe doing something over here? Another thing, Broham, is I do have a history and game design courses, which generally you want to kind of treat your players like idiots, not by holding their hands, but by leaving incredibly obvious symbolism for them to discover. Something with eggs, something with the 5 gems up there. I'll just see what happens like this. Well, maybe if it was actually touching it. Oh, well, there's a boss. We still have the pee-pee swand. Oh. Okay, we gotta run back and fix that real quick. It's still throwing eggs. Ah, he didn't seem like he would be that tough, so maybe this won't be a problem. He needs peepees. That's what he needs. Oh, well, that was easy. There's more to him than that, though. Took you literal days to figure out how to summon that. I kinda just had a hunch, cause usually you leave incredibly obvious symbolism if you want someone to figure something out in a game. Well, he didn't take long to defeat at all. Don't think we need any of those effects other than a touch of oil, though. Did he do anything for us, though? Bus to Downtown Sleep will be arriving soon. Yeah, I think that's a good closer anyway. We defeated the Peepees boss. He wasn't good enough for our eggs. Oh, don't tell me when I'm about to die. Not now. Not now. Well then, there's a close call. Let's not go down there and instead go back down the way we came. We should probably get melee immunity when we can figure that one out. What I want to try is finding stainless armor pretty soon. Ah, there we go. Bottom of the world, pick up all our stuff again. Yeah, nearly got Noita. So far, looking like our best run, we defeated like what, 4 bosses? I think that's a great point to leave off at. We'll still need... Well, we can get through... We can get through the Cursed Rock now, so we can visit parallel worlds. Also got a touch of oil, which is useful as an offensive weapon. And we have Saving Grace, so we should be able to survive it accidentally backfiring in the worst of situations. I think next run we might go ahead and visit the work. Yeah, we'll stay down here at the bottom to start with, in case we might want to go into hell before we go anywhere else. Good set of spells, won't need this right now, won't need this right now, won't need this right now. Looks like a good stopping point. Well, a lot of progress there today. I will log off here and continue working on the server and a couple of other things. Going to be upping the ante on the streams now at this point, so I look forward to hearing from you. This week will be Wednesday for Dead Cells, and Friday will be um, the Guilty Gear tournament. Saturday, I'm not sure if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. I'll leave it up to whatever you guys want to vote on. So I'll elaborate on that in the server here once I log off and start sprucing the place up, making it a lot more presentable, and then moving forward from there. I'm thinking a New Year's goal, or at least before we get to the New Year, is trying to get into some sort of a collaboration, or, you know, just get a bit more of a presence. It's been a wonderful, I think it's been about 4.5 months at this point, and I'm having fun, so let's amp it up a little bit. Class is dismissed. Thank you, James. Thank you, Broham. Thank you, Z. Oh, um, we shrunk the size of that window, that's what happened. Yeah, let's, change it back to that. That is another thing I'll be working on, is getting all my buttons correct to make sure scene transitions are a lot more functional, so I'm gonna take a look behind the scenes, under the hood, and get to work on the technical aspects. Thank you for informing me about that, James. Good night, all of you, and thank you for watching. Swoos.